You're tuning into.
You're now tuning into
CodenameZ. It's a long intro. Welcome back to CodenameZ, the podcast. I am, again, your certified lover boy.
We're going to continue this into another week.
I am Donda.
You're a
Basil Anthony. And
I'm Tyrone. And welcome back to CodenameZ,
the podcast. I feel like I said it already, but hey.
Right. Okay, but so what's the topic this week, Basil? I think it's an interesting one again.
This week we're talking about the audacity of some of y'all, the gall of some of y'all,
the who?
Some of y'all.
No, they ain't gonna say it. They're just gonna say some of y'all.
Some of y'all. But we're gonna talk about our less melanated brethren and sisterin
friends, you know. But no, we're talking about cultural appropriation, the limit of cultural appropriation.
Like, if it is cultural appropriation,
right? Because I don't know, because I kind of, Basil already kind of thought of this idea, but then I'm like, I asked him a question that really kind of formed this topic because, I don't know, I was just wondering, what is the limit of what is cultural appropriation? So, you know, like, I don't know, if a white person right now were to come out with a hip-hop album, which several have,
yes,
is that, like, I know some black people who would say automatically, right, would say automatically that's cultural appropriation. But then I kind of push back. I'm like, I don't know, is any time a white person does something that's black, is that cultural appropriation? That's the kind of the question I have. Like,
and this one I'm gonna put it like this, because also I don't say rap to me. Okay, let's put this together.
I was about to say, what are you about to
Hold on. I don't think everyone out here is a rapper. I think just because you say words to a beat does not mean you're a rapper. Okay, you Dr. Seuss. One of these days you want to get a little quicker on this.
No, because it's a second.
We need Nikki on here.
No, the thing is, I always click it, but I forgot it's like a 2-second delay. So I had to hit it earlier. Basil, who you gonna call from?
First of all, they didn't pick that up on the microphone, so who
you gonna call from, Basil?
Shut your damn mouth. Actually, it's just funny because this is the person who I had this conversation with. So anyway, Let's turn that off. But no, so what I'm saying is, okay, I feel like I don't like when someone says, "Oh, that something is black," quote unquote, because it's like, what you trying to say?
Right.
What you trying to say by it being a black thing? You know?
True. I don't know. It's
but
just...
like, I don't. Okay, so I don't think that. And this, okay, when I say what I think cultural appropriation for me personally, this is a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that cultural appropriation is when you use someone else's culture and use it as if you've reinvented something. Kardashians,
right?
Excuse me.
I have an opinion about the Kardashians too. That
Good. Keep it in your mouth.
Pause. First of all.
But because it's like, let's bring up the Kardashians with Kim Kardashian, her boxer braids.
Boxer braids. First of all,
yes, Google it. Well, since you want to be on the Kardashian payroll, go Google Kim Kardashian's boxer braids and let her tell it that she invented braids. But okay.
First of all, since when are they called boxer braids? I thought they was called box braids.
They were never called boxer braids, and I think they were literally cornrows. Right.
This hairstyle is not called boxer braids. She really called them boxer braids?
There was a whole thing. She's like, "Oh my god, these new boxer braids." Those are cornrows, sis.
Boxer braids. So what? State then was inspired by UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired by you? I think it was inspired by black women. But see, okay, so here's the thing I think about the Kardashians, and I want your opinion about it. Definitely, I agree. Their effect on things is cultural appropriation. But then sometimes I'm like, so for example, when they started wearing braids a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were some magazines who were like, the Kardashians are firing up the braids trend, which that is cultural appropriation because black women and men have been wearing braids for how long? So that's
since
wrong.
Harriet Tubman's to freedom.
You're so annoying.
Since then,
right? So,
and the thing is, braids also, like I was saying earlier, braids also have a cultural background. Like I was saying, and listen, don't read me in the comments,
right? Because I was about to say this. He told me this story, and I'm like, I've never in my life heard this.
Since you're not talking right now, this is not your time.
Go ahead,
Google it.
I'll Google while you.
From what I heard from my research,
Basil, I swear this better be true.
Something I heard that was like, so, you know, the braids go back a long way, and I was hearing that, you know, at times slaves did use braids, you know, for braiding their hair as a way to show mapping out the roots to freedom, and that's where the certain designs came from and stuff like that to an extent. Listen, you're Googling things. Look it up, read it.
It's enslaved.
First of all, you don't have to read it while I'm talking.
No, I just wanted to say, could you hear the quote?
Okay, but I'm saying read to yourself while I'm still talking.
No, I was going to tell you. This is my introduction. This is what you asked me to research, so I have to interject.
So first of all, you didn't research it that fast. You found
did.
A Wikipedia article.
That's not Wikipedia, but that's what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
It's still face to. The website is Face to Face Africa, so I don't know if it really is.
Not Face to Face Africa. Woo.
Enslaved Africans also used cornrows to transfer and create mats to lead plantations in the homes of their captors. Okay. But once again, I said the website is Face to Face Africa, so we don't know.
Before, so thank
you.
Go
ahead.
Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, so like the thing is, I think that when it came to braids, they had a meaning,
right? And
the thing is, I feel like when you take
question, so say if you were running away on your own, how would you see in the map? Because I don't think they had hand mirrors. So how was the map? That's just my one question. That's my one question.
This is supposed to be a serious conversation.
Maybe if they just put their finger, you can like kind of like feel. No, for real, you can probably just like feel around on your head, like I don't know. But that was a big flaw in that design. But go ahead.
Leave me alone. Not calling Harriet Tubman Slade. I thought of.
I'm not sorry. It was a brilliant.
Harriet, I am so sorry.
It's a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
But I just that was just about one question. That just popped in my head. Well, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Lord Jesus. Well, how long have we been doing this? We're getting canceled.
Oh my god.
But so the thing is, what I was saying was, it has meaning behind it. So I think, well, again, I feel like it's a part of our culture.
Right.
And I feel like it just irritates me when I see like the Kardashians try to reinvent braids or reinvent cornrows. If Kim would have got those braids and was like, look at my cornrow style, I'd have been fine.
Right.
Like, I have no problem with Ronda Rousey doing cornrows.
Right.
Because she gets it because she's an MMA fighter, she's a wrestler, you know, it's probably good to protect her hair when she's doing stuff.
Right.
Or whatever. I don't mind getting braids. But acknowledge you got cornrows.
Right.
Acknowledge you got box braids.
Right.
Like, if you get box braids, just get...
But
I said anybody can get box braids, but the thing is, again, for some people who have less kinky hair than us, those type of braids don't work for y'all hair. So this is what I'm saying. If you want to get box braids, get them. When your hair falls out, don't come looking at us because we told you not to get them.
But see, that's my question though, because other than the boxer braids, like that was dumb. She should have called them boxer braids. Even though I guess she was saying that she got, well, you can't say you even got the idea from the UFC. Like you didn't see all the 1,000 other black girls with it. But anyway, I mean,
so if a black girl gets some straight black hair, she go, I got the Kardashian head.
Right.
No.
But what I'm saying
it's
is,
like, I got a lace front.
Right. So my question is, how much blame can we place on them when some of the things is due to a biased racist media? So, like, for example, if Kylie gets her lips a little fuller like a lot of black people lips are, or if Kim wears braids, and then all of a sudden Teen Vogue puts out, Kylie's bringing back the bigger lips trend, or Chloe is rocking and, you know, making popular box braids. But you know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily them saying like, okay, we invented braids.
But they don't talk out about it. That's what bothers me.
That's what my question is. So like,
so
how
I think
much can we...
In a part, it's Teen Vogue or whoever who are putting this out. You know, I don't know, Met Gala got a magazine. I don't know. But it's them putting out there saying, oh my God, Kim Kardashian is blazing the trails by this new style. Kim Kardashian is like in her, 40s? Kim knows where them braids came from.
Right. True.
She could just like she get on Instagram and TikTok or whatever she get on to say, you know, oh, I'm changing the record. She can get on there and be like, just real quick. I don't need her to give me a whole history lesson. She can literally get on there and be like, oh, like this, I'm not reinventing anything. Like, these are braids that I found from this. I got this idea from this person.
Right.
You know, whatever. But I think when it's like you take someone's culture and then use it as if like this is something that you invented, this is something you did, then I think it's appropriation, because it's like you are taking this thing, making it your thing.
Right.
You know, giving it a whole new name. You know, right now, if I go and get a what do you call it, the Japanese jacket? What do you call it?
I don't know. And don't guess the name because it's going to be very rude. That's just say we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, a kimono. There we go.
Oh, okay.
If I go get a kimono, right? Let's say I go get a traditional Chinese Japanese kimono,
right,
and put it on, and just put some pins on it.
Right.
And be like, oh no, this isn't a kimono. This is a blazer jacket.
Girl.
They gonna look at me like, what?
Right.
And then I'm gonna get called out for it.
Right.
So it's like, you can't just take something from someone else's culture, put it on your body, and then be like, oh, look what I invented. You didn't invent it.
And that's what
this is something you got from there.
Like cultural appropriation. And yeah, and I think, like, for example, like, I definitely think the Kardashians could speak. I mean,
speak out about it.
I'm not going to say, because I don't follow them, so
you watched their TV show,
right?
So,
no, what I'm saying is I'm not going to say, for legal purposes, so we won't get sued, I'm not going to say that they never spoke out on it, because I just don't know if they never made a statement. But it doesn't seem as if I ever heard them speak out. I haven't heard them say. But if she did, then I guess kudos. But I never heard it. I don't know. So, I just had to throw, as the lawyer in me, I didn't want us to get sued for defamation, to say that they never spoke out against it. But
yeah, well, but that's where I think it comes into play, where it's like you're taking something that someone else's culture, using it for yourself, and then acting like you made something new.
Right.
I think that.
Do you remember that lady who tried to say that she created the bonnet? And she called it she called it the sleeper cap, or it was something crazy. She was like,
listen,
this new innovative satin cap to protect your hair, and I'm the first creator of. Everybody was like,
girl,
a bonnet? Like, a bonnet?
And they're like, Crystal, no, I'm not going to get into this, because I you know what? I'm going to tag another podcast called The Read. Where Kid Fury and Crystal definitely read. What's that? Her name was Sarah. Her name was Sarah. She's the one who created the bonnet.
Oh, that's the bonnet lady. She
created,
I didn't know her name.
Created, quote unquote, the bonnet.
Yeah, right.
And they read the hell out of her. Right. So I'm not even gonna get into that lady. But that's a prime example of, sis, if you would have went to any store, you can go to Walmart and get a bonnet. Don't act like you reinvented the bonnet game and made them like $100. And now you're going to have white ladies walking around telling them, oh, this is a new thing. Oh, my God. But let LaToya go to a gas station in a bonnet. Oh, my God. It's so ghetto. What is she doing?
That's another,
oh, my goodness.
And that's another
protecting her
problem
hair. That's what she's doing.
Right. And that's another issue to me, where it's like.
Where I know Monique about to get on us.
Right. That's another issue.
Take Monique in the comments.
Right. But that's another issue for me, is like, when black people do certain things, it's considered unprofessional or this and that. But as soon as a white person start doing it, it's like,
oh my God.
You know what? It's not that bad, and we have to integrate this into our society. Just like, for example, like that is completely unrelated, but I don't know. I just thought about the drug epidemic, of how black people were dying for how long from opioids. And
there's a whole TV show. First of all, no, there's a TV show about cooking with weed. But oh my God, Lil Ray Ray was on the corner and he's in jail for the next 10 years.
Right.
But there's a whole television show. Get the hell out of my face.
Right. But it's like, but then white people started dying from it in the suburbs, and now the opioid crisis of the United States,
epidemic.
And it's a health. We have to. You know what? But anyway, that's totally different.
Sorry.
But it just was. But yeah, it's just like,
there's a thin line between trying something and then appropriation.
Right. Exactly.
Thin line.
And it's just like, I don't know. It's just so hard too, because I'm like, but yeah, like, where I definitely understand, like, especially from this conversation, more where the line is. But then it's like, do people really understand? Because, you know, I'm a fair like, I love to call out racism and injustices. But then again, I also want to be fair to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be like, everything racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, just out of fairness or whatever. But, and like,
what I was going to say, even like, this is my thing, like, because like I would say, like, and I say it's a thin line, between like what's cultural appropriation, what's racist,
right,
or whatever. I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt of them like, oh, they're just trying something new because not everyone knows the history behind it.
Right.
But it's like when someone tells me, I'm gonna like, okay, switch it up. We have to go for a break.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on.
When we come back, I want to talk about BTS.
Oh no.
Yes.
No, not BTS. I like BTS.
Okay.
All I want for Christmas is a sponsorship. We are still currently not sponsored. I know y'all listening. I know y'all be watching. Y'all don't be sending us sponsorships. I see y'all. Follow us on Instagram. Click our links in our bios. Hit us up for a sponsorship.
Okay, welcome back from that extended break because I caught a Charlie horse. I was out of commission for about 20 minutes. I know y'all know those leg cramps are just like, no, especially in the thigh. Like, all my thigh. How do you get a leg cramp out of the thigh? Okay, sorry, that is off topic. Let's get back to the topic. Not me asking them.
Not you telling them about your thick thighs saving lives, but okay.
But anyway, so I was going to ask Basil about now, someone told Basil that they believe that BTS is culturally appropriating black music. And Basil, what do you think about that? And I wish that we could have callers call in because I want to hear what y'all think about this.
Well, whenever we get enough viewership,
right.
we can actually. That's the thing that Anchor does. That Anchor should be sponsoring us, but okay,
right.
So yes, someone did tell me.
Wait. And in case you don't know who BTS is, they're like a K-pop group, Korean pop.
Literally the name of their Korean pop,
right?
Okay. But they're culturally appropriating rap. They're pop stars. So I had a very heated conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about how they just believe that BTS and K-pop in general is cultural, like they're culturally appropriating hip hop and rap culture. Where my side of the argument was this: I don't believe that it's cultural appropriation because of the fact that, again, I don't consider them rappers. I do consider them pop stars. I don't consider, when I differentiate rap versus K-pop, the lyrics are very different. The beats are different. They might be similar, but the beats are different. And I think the meaning behind the visuals and the motivate, all that to me is just different. There's that.
We're not gonna play it out loud. I just want to hear from my own reference.
No, we can't. Neil. We can play 10 seconds of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, not even on you because you too be. I was literally walking past something, and it was literally like body out, and I got copyrighted. I think it was like weird. It was.
Well, if you don't know who BTS is, go listen to BTS. I love their song Butter. I used to listen to them a little bit, but I listen to BTS, Monster X. Like if Tabby listens to this, she's gonna be like, Monster X. But no, like I listen to K-pop, and I don't get the same feeling I get from them that I get from rap. For me, I sometimes use K-pop as almost like a getaway from listening to rap because, I think obviously I don't know what they're saying half the time, but I think it's interesting to hear the beat. Because that's mostly what I listen to rap is the beat. I really don't be listening to the words. Sometimes the words kind of a little bit overtake it, and it throws me off.
Right.
And then sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to. Oh, okay, make noise. But sometimes I don't particularly care for or want to hear some of the lyrics. Sometimes I go to K-pop. It's kind of like this is a nice trap beat to it, but it's not. I'm not going to... We do this on our own personal. I'm not going to make lyrics up.
I was about to say, you're
not going to do that.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't know.
So I don't think they're culture appropriate because I know one of his things was, but their stances. I'm like, but what do you mean by their stances? Are they doing black stances? That's where I was kind of like, I don't, I get where you're coming from is like, you think they're kind of... I just don't think it's cultural appropriation,
right? Because
they're not coming over saying they're about to start beefing with the baby, and they're taking over the rap game, and they're the new kids on the block. They literally came over like, hey, so we're Korean, and we had this band and this group, and we do this to a trap beat. But again, rhyming to a trap beat does not mean you're rapping,
right?
And I don't think that you bring up Ariana Grande,
right?
Like when she did 7 Rings, I don't think it was a rap. I don't think she wasn't rapping. She was. She had a trap beat.
It was a. I would say it was.
I didn't hear half what she's saying because she'd be breathy, but
it was definitely more of a. I would say a hip hop song,
I think it was a hip hop beat, but I think that her flow was more popish. You know, I don't think I wouldn't put her in the category of like Azalea Banks.
That part I could see where that's a rap flow. Now she about to win rap album of the year from that type of but it's like
is it even in the category of rap?
Right,
no.
It's not a category. It's not
it's
a
a category
song.
of pop.
Yeah, it's a pop song, right?
So I'm like, I don't think it's cultural appropriation. I don't, because another like argument from on his side was saying like, oh, but if they would have came over and done traditional like Korean music. I'm like, well, of course, because you don't have the audience over here.
Right, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, that's...
Same thing if I went to Korea, I probably wouldn't go over there doing the baby. I would be over there like...
But...
Maybe. Yeah. But the thing is, I would go over there and probably like mimic what they find interesting and capitalize off of it. But I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm the new thing out. And I think a lot of these K-pop bands are not saying they're the new thing out. They're not saying they're taking over. They're not they're not saying Bigos who, like, we're the new rap...
Right.
I don't even put them in the same category of Migos.
Right.
They're doing their own thing.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like, I don't know, K-pop, I think what it is, they have a certain swag to them that makes people think of, like, the R&B groups that we know of or think of hip-hop. But nothing about their music, I would say... Like, yeah, I definitely a K-pop song is not going to be nominated for Rap Album of the Year or anything because it's just not rap. It's not the same thing. I wouldn't ever imagine the Baby or anyone or Offset doing like an album, like, you know what I'm saying, like doing an album that's similar to a K-pop album. Because they're not that similar. That's not even the same type of style.
I'm not going to see them in the same category. It's not like, presenting the next BET Music Video Award go for Best Rap Album is BTS.
Right.
They're not in the same category.
Right.
Pop album, yeah, but not
and then that's
rap.
And that's my other question about the cultural appropriation, though, because, okay, even if, let's say, if they did... was over in Korea and popular here, what if they legit created a trap album? Like, legit just created a hardcore rap album that's rivaling Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, all these people, and Lil Nas X. Like, what if they were to do that? Is that cultural appropriation? You know what I'm saying? Is that cultural appropriation if they literally would have made a rap album because they're not black? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm saying, but the thing is, like, you can do a lot of things and not think you're doing a cultural appropriation type of activity.
Right.
Like, so I think if they were over there and they were literally not even paying attention to what's going on over here, and then they came over here like, oh my god, we made this new thing, and then they're like, oh wow, so y'all just do that over here. Oh, well, we made it too, so I guess we're gonna join in.
Right.
Or whatever. But the thing is, like, I found, like, and this is another argument I brought up that, like, other people weren't key on. I was saying I was more offended by Miley Cyrus jumping into the rap game.
Oh gosh.
Hype off that perk. And, like, why you gotta be that? Why you gotta be them lyrics? When I listen to K-pop, even if I don't understand what they're saying, but you can also Google is a thing. You can literally Google lyrics and see what they're talking about. I don't think BTS is over there talking about somehow they're high off perk.
Right.
And taking E and taking T and whatever. I don't think they're doing all that. So it's like, it's a difference between, like, what Miley did, like, I'm low-key, I mean, even though I love 23, that was a fun song for me. But, like, again, I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're trying to capitalize and trying to get more black fans. That's what you're doing.
Right.
A lot of times, I don't think K-pop, I don't think they're catering to black people. Black people just, in general, just kind of like them. But, like, when I say, Avril Lavigne, the Hello Kitty, that was, like, Avril Lavigne, not Skater Boy, doing Hello Kitty and doing, like, what is going on here? That I thought people should have been more offended by.
Right.
But because, like, literally it was a cash grab of, let me try to get these new fans.
Right. And then that's what, like, first of all, like, the Miley Cyrus and I think the difference with the Miley Cyrus thing is that, like you said, some of the lyrics high off of, like, okay, we know Miley Cyrus did not grow up in the hood, so you can't say that you're rapping about your personal experiences. And so basically it's like, you not only are rapping, but now you're using I guess, references that you think is black, which if you think that black references means drug use, then that's kind of borderline
or
racist,
having
you know?
all thick big black women performers performing
Right.
with her. Like, you thought you were pulling a Lizzo and you weren't.
Right.
You know, Lizzo brought out bigger black girls because she's like, I'm bringing out these girls
That
because
look like her.
One, they look like me. Two, they're not traditionally what people would think a background dancer would be.
Right.
And it's like, I'm celebrating them. And Miley, I really feel like she brought them out because she was just like, look, I got black people with me, and look, I'm about to be in the club, and I'm da-da-da-da. But then again, just like what Justin Bieber did, what happened? She got into the rap game, she got some of her black fans, and what happened? Right. Oh, I just don't listen to rap, and sometimes just, me, I'm a little old Miley Cyrus, and he. And
right.
But then she went right back into what she used to be.
What they used to
Best
do.
of both worlds, and her rock songs with Doja Cat, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's like, you came over, did what you wanted to do to get the fans, get the money, whatever, and then you move right away from it, and then try to,
because it wasn't really her.
Yeah, and then try to make it seem like, oh well, this is just not me. Oh my god, it was you 5 seconds ago when you was up there twerking with Wiz Khalifa. When you thought you was smoking blunts,
getting into beats with Nicki Minaj,
with Snoop Dogg,
right?
Oh, but now this is not you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's appropriation.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's like, specifically using, like, if it's a white person who, like, literally always generally show the interest and they rap about things that they know and things, I think that's the difference. But when it's, like, literally seem clear, like, you're doing this to capitalize on a moment of popularity or to draw a specific fan base, then that's when it's kind of like, it's not like you weren't really inspired. You just wanted to do whatever you thought was wild and would get you attention, pretty much. Yeah. So
I mean, look how much backlash Lil Nas X got for doing a quote unquote country song.
Right?
They weren't happy about that.
Oh yeah,
he was all types
folks was so upset.
He was all types of words to them.
Right.
It's like, so y'all cussed him all the way out.
Right. And Beyonce, remember, because Beyonce.
Oh yeah, Lord, when she was a Dixie Chicks. Oh Lord.
Yeah, and don't you remember she won that a
country music.
She won for what song? Daddy's Lessons. What's the name? Yeah. And I think, first of all, they'd be so mad at Beyonce because Beyonce getting nominated. I think she even got nominated in a rock category for what is it called?
Don't Hurt Yourself?
Yeah, Don't Hurt Yourself, yeah.
I'm
like, don't, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But then, again, Beyonce didn't go out there and say she reinvented country.
Right.
She put a country song out there.
Right.
It got picked up. People liked it, and we got an award. Beyonce was not walking outside in cowboy hats talking about, yeehaw, look at me now, I'm a country artist.
Right.
She's like, I'm going to put the song out there. They liked it, moved on with her day.
Right.
Lil Nas X put a country song out there and dressed like he did a little much. He was out there with the pink cowboy hats and everything. So maybe not him. But in general, I don't know. I don't think so. And then even with the whole, like, even when I think when the cultural appropriation comes to, like, we talk about with the hair, you know, I think anybody can get braids if you would like to get braids.
Right.
However, don't act like you reinvented the world of fashion and culture with braids.
Right. Right.
You know,
that's true.
Don't put a gold chain on and start saying yo yo yo.
Yo, you're annoying.
That's inappropriate.
But no, for real. But I don't know. But yeah, I think that's a good point. It's just like, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's like a very fine, it's a fine line. It's just like, I don't think that every time someone outside of our race does something that's inspired by our race should be considered cultural appropriation. You have to be a little nuanced. Yeah, you just have to be nuanced in how you kind of judge it and stuff. Because, I mean, one of the things that is the goal of integration and, like, desegregation and stuff is to, like, make blackness a part of mainstream culture. So it's not like, okay, everything that white people do is the standard of mainstream media. I think it's a good thing that hip hop is pretty much amongst white and black, like, youth, is pretty much like one of the top music genre right now. So, like, if a white kid grow up and they listen to a lot of rap, they may want to do, they might want to rap, but, I don't think we should necessarily consider that cultural appropriation, because I feel like in some ways, like I said, it depends on how they do and what they do. and their intent behind it. But in some ways, I think it's kind of a positive sign that we are starting to show how much impact we have on this country and in popular culture. Pretty much.
We have a large impact.
Right, a large impact. But
so it just, I don't know. I think we can't take everything as cultural appropriation. Right. I think let people do what they want to do, but like just don't try to reinvent it. And I think also do your research when it comes to certain things. Like I know for me, it'd be extremely inappropriate for me to wear a kimono, so I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I think it's extremely inappropriate for Sally to walk around in a dashiki because she went to Africa. Just because you did that, you should.
What if she's married to an African man or an African woman?
Unless they ask them to do it. But we gotta go.
And we're back for our rant.
Oh my
gosh. What's your rant of the week?
My rant of the week. Target.
You're annoying.
As much as I love Target, what's wrong with you? Target, why
everything? What is wrong with Target? Besides the Starbucks and Target, I think that's gonna be my rant. I changed my rant, but go ahead.
I like Starbucks.
No, the Starbucks and Target specifically.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. No, I got a new rant now. I'll wait till he's done. Go ahead.
Target. I don't know what y'all trying to do with this whole like, we're not doing plastic bags anymore. We're gonna have canvas bags, and if you don't have a canvas bag, I'm sorry. Did I go to Target or did I go to Aldi? I'm sorry,
but they give you them. They're free.
Now they are, but the plan is at a certain point, I think in October, they're doing away with that too. You have to bring your own.
Right. But that's not Target. You know, that's a law. The city is outlawed. It's banned in the whole city of Philadelphia starting October 1st. Every store has to get rid of plastic bags.
All right, so like this rant is for Philadelphia.
I was about to say that. No, that's not just Target. It's every store.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Target. I'm sorry. You can still sponsor us later on. Philadelphia. What the hell is your problem? I'm sorry.
It's for the turtles in the environment.
Listen, I have a pet turtle. Okay, so I saved the turtle. Thank you so much. Okay, I saved one. I need a plastic bag. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna be a Karen about this, but like honestly, sometimes you over or underestimate how much you get in a store. I don't feel like giving you money for another bag.
Right.
No. If I go to Target, we already know you go to Target for one thing and you come back with 3 cartfuls of things.
Right.
I don't want to feel like going to Target because I want to go to Target and get cat litter, and then I leave like, I got cat litter and $175 worth of other stuff.
Right.
But I only brought a bag, so now I got to spend $3 on getting more bags and more bags and more bags.
Right. As long as they're cheap, like if they're like 10 cents a bag, then that's fine.
No. But like every store.
Right.
I'm like, come on, there. If I were to go to the corner store and go get me a hoagie, I gotta bring a canvas bag.
You better put it in your pocket. You better have a hoodie pocket.
What in the heck?
Stuff
what is
Cheetos
happening?
In your pocket.
No, I'm sorry. Because to be quite honest, like can I have a bag, please? And first of all, I reuse my bags.
I can't wait till we start recording this because the level of earthness on your face over a plastic. You just looked so upset.
No, because I like my bags, and I reuse my bag. We all know black people. We reuse our bag. If I go to Target,
first of all, you look under my sink right now. I personally save the turtles because I have every plastic bag. I probably saved the Grand
Poobah turtles. All the bags I have. I'm like, I don't feel like going out to buy bags, throw trash in. I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna go to Walmart, wherever I'm gonna go.
Right.
Put my stuff in the bag. Thank you so much. And I'll take that bag, wrap it up, put it underneath the cabinets.
Right.
So when I have trash, put that trash in that plastic bag, tie it up, boom, throw it in the trash.
Yep.
Boom, good. You know what y'all? If y'all want to do something, how about this? How about we just recycle plastic bags? Have a little drop off or whatever. Have a new can. Y'all can take the bags, melt them down, swing them back up, make some cups. I don't know, but like, why? Excuse me, I can't have a plastic bag because y'all would have saved the turtles.
Ooh, the environmentalists are gonna be coming for you.
Okay, come for me. I'm gonna get a plastic bag and throw it at them.
You're annoying.
Like I'm just saying, it's not that big of a deal. I'm being stupid, but like. I don't want to think about bringing a bag everywhere I go. You also, I don't like carrying stuff with me. So I got to think about carrying a bag just in case I go to the store and I forget. And now I got to give you 10 cents for a bag when I just spent $175. Right. It should be a limit. If you spend more than $50, you should get 2 free bags.
Right. That's true. That's a good idea.
Because I be out there spending. If I go to Target and spend $175, right? And they're like, I also got to give you 10 cents per bag. Well, now I need 10 bags.
Right.
I feel like I should get some free bags. Y'all should have. Can we get coupons for bags?
Anyway, let's move on.
Put it in a circular. Coupons for bags.
He's gonna sit here and rant for another 10 minutes about the bags.
Tell your thing. Tell your thing about Starbucks or something.
Okay, so I had another rant, but when he brought up Target, it infuriated me inside about the Starbucks and Target. I love Starbucks.
You gaslight me that I was being
I love Starbucks, but Starbucks, I have a message for you. The Target Starbucks are not representing your brand in a positive light. Starbucks, everyone knows in Starbucks, you go there, it's way more expensive than Dunkin' Donuts and everywhere. So when you go to Starbucks, you expect kind of like a more, like, they're going to have what you need and all of that, right? The Target Starbucks are the worst. First of all, I don't know when they're open and close. Like, sometimes the workers just walk away for 45 minutes. And I'm like, hello.
No, they definitely do.
Like, it'd be the middle of the day, they put a sign, closed for 10 minutes. And then you sit there for 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, this sign I know was out before I got here. So now it's 45 minutes. And then they never have it. One day I go, first of all, we wait because they said to close for 10 minutes. We wait 15 minutes. The person finally comes up. She goes, I'm so sorry. We don't have any ice. We don't have any refreshers. We don't have any syrups. We don't have, and y'all, I promise I'm not lying. We don't have anything. I can do like a cup of hot coffee. I'm like, where's your stuff? Like, first of all, you don't have any ice. You in Target. You can go down and get a bag of ice. Get an ice. Like, how don't you have ice? And then, like, one time I went there, so I normally get a brown sugar oat milk with the foam on top. Mm-hmm. Now, first of all, I normally get in the grande cups. Oh, we don't have any grande cups. Or no venti cups. All they had was the little tall cups, the little small ones. Oh, so then I was like, can I have some cold foam on top of it? She gonna talk about, oh well, because the cup is so small, I can't put any foam. Okay, not you just blowing your nose in the background. You couldn't wait till this 30 more second rant was over. This show's ghettoer and ghettoer each time. But yeah.
Hello.
But no, but
now I'm supposed to get a cold foam.
But then she gonna tell me I couldn't have any cold foam because the cup is small.
And I'm like, can't put the cold foam in another cup?
No, but what I'm saying is, it's called put less coffee. Put cold, just like with the grande cup. You don't fill the coffee all the way up to the top. Then you put the foam on top. With the smaller cup, you put a little less coffee. Then you put. I was so confused about
because normally when you order a coffee, they say if you say, "Oh, can I get this with room?" They'll normally leave you some space. So you're telling I can't go to Starbucks and say, "Can I get a small whatever a small is?"
Yeah,
with room. There's no room for room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, even if you would have put 2 ounces of coffee, you can still do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, that's just my rant. They never have nothing. They always every time I go, I tell my mom, like, watch, they don't have something I want. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, if I hear, oh, I'm so sorry, one more time. And I'm like, so Starbucks, get your Target locations together because it's not right. And I feel like it's mostly in the black areas. You know how I feel about that.
Okay.
But, okay, I think we're done.
This week on the podcast, Tyrone turns into a Karen. Call the police, sis.
Right, yeah. Because Starbucks, no. Y'all deserve it.
Lord. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for
Don't forget, share it with your friends, your family, your grandma, your grandpa, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your big cousins.
Make sure you listen and leave us suggestions when you see us posted.
Comment on us, on our posts. Right.
Who
love or hate, we love it.
What should we talk about next? And who should we have any guests on next? Let us know.
Tag Nicki Minaj in the comments for a guest. Actually, you know what? She getting canceled. Never mind. Don't tag Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah,
text me.
The vaccine thing. We won't talk about it. See you guys. We won't talk about it.
Her cousin, brother.
Not sterilization. Okay, never mind.
Goodbye.
See you guys. Bye.